Across the country, only 71% of the soybean crop is in the ground, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. That's the slowest planting pace in 17 years. Unseasonably wet weather across the bean belt in April and May is to blame for the planting delays. The later planting normally means lower yields come harvest, but as This Week in Louisiana Agriculture's Kristen now shows us, in Concordia Parish, one soybean farmer is frantically planting his beans between storms and hoping Mother Nature will back off her relentless rains.
Lynn White gears up his equipment to finish a planting season that he says will never seem to end.
Planting's definitely been more challenging than it has the last few years. We usually start planting soybeans and rice around the last week of March, first week of April. We planted 2 days, 3 days, and the next time we got back in the field was 28 days later.
White cannot get his soybean crop in the ground because of this: too much water. According to the Louisiana Office of Climatology, farmers along the Delta region saw more than 12 inches of rain between April and May.
I've never seen this much rain that I can recall, because we've actually had over our yearly annual rainfall in the first 5 months of the year.
Too much rain not only kept him out of the field, but it also hurt the seeds he did get in the ground.
We replanted approximately 180 acres out of that for 3 times.
White normally plants about 8,000 acres of Group 4 beans for harvest in August. With such a gap in his planting cycle, the beans he plants today won't be ready for harvest at the same time. So White adjusted his seed variety to be able to harvest the entire crop altogether.
The time they harvest is pretty critical, because we come in with a defoliant and kill our beans when we get ready to harvest. So we don't want to get to where we got to wait out too long to kill, because we get into shatter losses, or too early because we get into premature death, and then that causes damage in our beans at the elevators. So it's a pretty fine line of how far we can go one way or the other on age groups to try to place in those holes.
In this field, you can see the difference. The thick, darker beans were planted the 1st of April, while the lighter patch was planted in late May.
We had a cool, slow start, but the real humid weather with the showers coming along now, once the beans got up out of the ground and got going there, we're growing at a rapid pace now.
Let's hope Mother Nature cooperates until harvest. In Concordia Parish, I'm Kristen for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
The USDA reports that wet weather has also delayed planting cycles of other commodities. Rice, corn, and cotton plantings are all behind schedule based on the national 5-year averages.